Hi, this is Keith Weaver with the Top Executive Strategy Podcast, where CEOs, COOs, and business owners share strategies for success. This is 6 questions in 9 minutes because the best strategies are concise business advice. And with that, we're going to get started right away here. So, question number one, in a few sentences, tell us who you are and what you do.
My name is Adam Salim. I am the Senior Marketing Director for MRKN. It's an esports organization with teams, content creators, live broadcasters, coaches, and a junior marketing analyst.
That's cool. An exciting field. I mean, one that I don't know a whole lot about. Most people probably don't know a ton about it, but fairly new as far as an area in business and everything. So I imagine there's a lot of learning that's occurring all the time as it's developing, if you will.
Yeah, of course.
Exciting field to be in. All right. Question number two. Speaking of that, what's the best thing about being a business leader?
Leverage. It's always going to be the people, the technology, and the resources in terms of what are the best processes, what are the best systems you can implement and execute in your lifestyle.
That's cool. Yeah. I mean, if you can leverage the people and the situations to better your life, but also better the people around you, that's a win for everybody. So very nice. Question number three. I hear from other leaders that a lot of times their people strategy in business can be more difficult, if you will, than their actual business strategy in their business. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm not a very good people manager, but I have many management roles. And so the dichotomy there means that I need to understand people, psychology, and to understand economics, not just macroeconomics of markets, but microeconomics of, personal well-being. These things are very important because when you get into things like sales, negotiations, understanding how people feel in terms of their emotions and feelings when you're writing copy for your website, or you're trying to create some email copy. How do you persuade people? How do you understand the wants and needs of your market? And so the product market fit doesn't happen unless you know all of these things and you can implement and execute on those things.
You make it sound fairly complicated, but in reality, there is some complication to it as far as people are all different. And like you said, trying to understand their motives and everything. So great. All right. Question number four. What strategy would you like to share with other business leaders?
Really just keep it as simple as you can. And so for my responses, I keep it for a few short sentences, but in reality, business isn't a skill set. It's many different principles, different, tactics, strategies, different ideologies, and really a lifestyle that you need to comprise of different skill sets. And that's how you can begin to develop a character, develop your brand, develop this type of reputation that you can monetize. And for me, that character is not just a senior marketing director, but an esports mentor. I've been a coach, a consultant, advisor, and all these different roles that I have. It's very much comprised of different skill sets that I've had to learn, even though I'm not ready, and even though I failed, and even though I've lost money. I had to go into these situations to learn and grow and to gain that experience.
So you mentioned some failures. What did you do with those failures? How did you overcome them?
So just recently, I was thinking about the last few months, and I was talking with my coach. My coach mentioned you're not making progress, towards your goals and objectives. And I closed one of my businesses in January called Illuminate Esports, and losing an entire business with teams and content creators and live broadcasters again, it's very difficult when you have to let go of your staff. So overcoming your failure, knowing that you need to have a stoic lifestyle, not let your emotions and feelings get to you. Take very good account of criticism, everything that's positive, everything that's negative, everything that's neutral, and understand where your weaknesses and strengths are, and then make decisions according to not anything that's external inputs, but internally, what is wisdom that you have, what is the experience that you have, and make decisions based off those things, not your emotions and feelings.
That's great advice, and I think that's something that comes with some maturity. Your emotions like that. So, congratulations, that's awesome. All right, question number 5. What other successful business owners, CEOs, would you like to acknowledge here, or you think might be good on the podcast?
Yeah, it's a very long list, but the first and foremost would be my mentors, Don Pear, Corley J. Banks, Abrabai Capital, and then along with Ashley Werhoon from Mentally.co.
Awesome. Well, I look forward to getting to know them a little bit better and maybe seeing if they can be on the podcast. So, sounds like they've been great mentors. So, kind of a final fun question. Number 6. Tell us, who's your favorite past boss?
All-time favorite, that would have to be my own mother. My mother is an excellent businesswoman, and no matter what I do, I cannot live up to the entrepreneurship that she's accomplished in terms of real estate, to restaurant business, to being a professional cook, and like there's just so many things which my mother has done in her lifetime. And I realize my mother has skills and experiences which I would hope to gain them one day. But currently, being 21 and wanting to go get my degrees in university, I need to wait a long time to gain that experience and to gain those skills. Whereas my mother, she tells me, you need to learn how to cook, you need to learn how to run a household, you need to learn how to manage your priorities better. And these are things which I've all struggled with. But under my mother's guidance, I've become better.
Well, and it's probably a unique perspective because it sounds like she's been very successful in business and you get to see that side of her, but you also get to see the personal side of her and how those strengths and the leadership and the things that has made her good in business, how that is incorporated into the house and daily living, which is a unique, situation that's kind of cool to see from, being around leaders on a day-to-day basis, if you will.
Of course. Thank you.
It sounds like she's a great influence on you.
Yes.
Well, great. It has been great having you on today. Before we leave, can you tell people how they can get a hold of you or find out more information?
Yes. So I am currently on multiple websites for mentoring. So mentally.co, Mentor Cruise, GetAppy, and I am also on LinkedIn at Adam Mezzalea Salim. And you can also find me on YouTube, Adam Mezzalea Salim.
Awesome. Well, everybody, hopefully they'll check that out and find out more about you. And we'll be interested in watching you as your business kind of takes off more and you succeed more. And like you said, you're just as your career develops. So that'll be fun. Great having you on.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Well, this is Keith Weaver, and this is the Top Executive Strategy Podcast. And for more insights, you can follow us on iTunes and watch other episodes, or you can follow us at Weaver Business Coaching or on LinkedIn. And we wish you the best success.